Oh, hi. Yeah, I was just thinking here, just thinking about something. You know, there's one thing that I used to really despise doing, and that was weighing myself. And there was only one reason why I really, really hated to weigh myself. And do you know why? Well, let me tell you about the freight scale. You see, when I used to try to go get weighed, I'd have to wait to go to the doctor's or go, you know, do something that you have to do, you don't want anyone else to see. You see, this right here, this is just a regular old digital scale. Comes up, tells you what it is. Step on it, it's fine. Well, it's fine depending on how much you weigh. And it's fine depending on where you are. Well, what I want to tell you is about what I went through and what I had to do in order to get weighed. The freight scale. Where I work, we have to bring things in cages and heavy things and get them weighed. And so we have this big freight scale sitting over here, over by the door, so that when the cage needs to be weighed, they roll it over and there's a little scale up at the top that says whatever the weight of it is, and you got to subtract the weight of the cage from whatever is in it. And when I used to go to the doctors, I used to get weighed on the scale, and I used to go, crap, that can't be it. That can't be right. Come on, huh? I can't weigh that much. So you know what I used to do? I used to go to work and weigh myself on a freight scale. The freight scale where they weigh the cages. Now, there was only one catch here. The freight scale where I work, I didn't know this at first. Well, you figure you get right on the middle of the scale, right? Right on the middle. That's where it'd be nice and even and everything, and you get right the right weight. Well, come to find out, that wasn't the right weight. You go up and you push the tare weight, you push the button, go to 0, and you see it go to 1 or -1 or whatever. So you wouldn't worry about it. But what about the clothes you had on? What about the boots? What about the shoes? So here you are on the freight scale. You find out it's wrong to begin with, which, good, it must be really high, okay? And then so you say, well, let's try something. So you go to the other side, same weight, and the other side, and the same weight. So you get off the scale. You wait to go to the doctor's the next time. Well, what happened is someone else did the same thing. But they weren't in the condition I was. They weren't scared to show their weight. They got up there and they stepped on the left corner of the scale. And I went, what are you doing that for? They said, well, that's the only place it shows the true weight. Or anywhere else it shows a different weight. So you know what I had to do? I had to wait. I used to hide behind cages. I used to take my boots off. I used to take a sweater, even if in a sweater. I'd take my keys out of my pocket. I'd go over to the freight scale. I'd wait. If someone was coming, what'd I do? I'd have to wait some more. Oh. So I'd hide back, sometimes behind cages, behind cardboard, anything. I don't want anybody to see me. Why? I don't want them to know I'm looking for my weight. Now, why does it stinking matter? Well, because it matters to you. That's why. It matters to you. And that's what this whole thing's about. Is the fact that I had to go to a freight scale to get weighed. Find the proper place, and then subtract the clothes, the boots, whatever I thought it was. And how did I do that? Well, what you have to do is when you went to the doctor, you'd sneak around there too. And when the nurse would go out after she weighed you, you take off your shirt, your coat, your shoes, take stuff out of your pockets, take your boots off. You get back on the scale. Okay, that's -6. Okay, -6, minus whatever it was. And okay, so that's still not, wow, that's real? Wow, that is real. So what did you do? You go to the freight scale. Now you knew you took -6. So you go to the freight scale and you figure out -6 from that, depending on what it was. Okay, I mean, you have other stuff, so you take a couple more pounds off. You have to. What are all these things I'm talking about? Excuses! Again, we don't need any excuses in our lives. What you have to do is start training your mind to not look at things as excuses. Stop the excuses. If you think you're going to need something, well, try something else. Come up with a technique. Come up with something that you can feel, that you can want, that you can need, so that you won't do that other thing. And the more we get into this, the more I'll talk about certain techniques or whatever. But please, this was again for you. If this touched you at all, if you go through these things, please, please, bodyandmindredesign.com. Facebook page, web page, blog, newsletter, YouTube page. I'm doing everything because I want to get the message out. Again, I'm not a doctor. I have no credentials. I don't have any knowledge about anything in a book other than what I've read. And everything, and I mean everything that I just talked about, and every video that I have here is from the heart, and it's from what I've been through. Only to help you. I don't want anything. No money, no nothing. Just get to me. Tell me what your problem is. Tell me where you're at in your dietary needs. Tell me if you have a problem with your personal care. I've been through stuff like you wouldn't believe. I would love to be able to help you, but I'm not going to put all that out there. You tell me, and I'll help you. I'll tell you what I've been through. If I don't know, maybe we can find out together. And that's what this is about. All of us together. Us. You learning, me learning, us helping, and that's what the end result should be. I want to help you. So just think. You have one of these in your house? Can you get on it? Would you like to? Well, keep following me, and maybe someday you will not need a freight scale.